Relationships are meant to enrich our lives, providing support, love, and companionship. They are supposed to be a source of joy and comfort, helping us navigate through life's ups and downs. However, not all relationships are healthy. Sometimes, what starts as a loving connection can turn into something harmful. Some relationships can become toxic, characterized by negativity, control, and manipulation. These toxic dynamics can creep in slowly, often unnoticed until the damage is done. These relationships can have a detrimental impact on our emotional and mental well-being. They can leave us feeling constantly stressed, anxious, and even depressed. A toxic relationship is like a poisonous vine, slowly draining the life out of those entangled within it. It wraps around every aspect of your life, making it hard to breathe and grow. It's a pattern of destructive behavior that leaves one or both partners feeling drained, unhappy, and unfulfilled. The constant negativity can erode self-esteem and self-worth. Recognizing the signs of a toxic relationship is crucial for breaking free and reclaiming your emotional health. Awareness is the first step toward making positive changes. Toxic relationships can manifest in various forms, from romantic partnerships to friendships and family ties. No matter the type, the impact can be equally damaging. Understanding the common traits of these unhealthy dynamics is the first step toward healing and seeking healthier connections. Seeking support from friends, family, or professionals can be incredibly helpful. Remember, you deserve to be in relationships that uplift and empower you. Surround yourself with people who bring out the best in you and contribute positively to your life. Toxic relationships often share common characteristics that can be identified if you know what to look for. These red flags serve as warning signs that something is amiss in the relationship's dynamics, and they should not be ignored. Recognizing these signs is crucial for taking steps to protect your emotional well-being and mental health. One prominent red flag is constant negativity, which can drain your energy and happiness. Toxic individuals thrive on criticism, complaints, and pessimism, creating an atmosphere of negativity that permeates the relationship, making it hard to find joy. If you find yourself constantly walking on eggshells, afraid to express your true thoughts and feelings, it's a sign that the relationship might be toxic and harmful. Another telltale sign is control and manipulation, which can manifest in various ways. Toxic partners often seek to control every aspect of your life, from your finances to your social circle, isolating you from loved ones. They may use guilt trips, threats, or emotional blackmail to get their way, leaving you feeling trapped and powerless. Recognize these red flags and take action. Take steps to reclaim your power and seek healthier, more fulfilling connections. Remember, you deserve to be in a relationship that brings out the best in you. Toxic relationships take a heavy toll on mental and emotional health. The constant negativity, manipulation, and emotional abuse chip away at your self-esteem, leaving you feeling drained, anxious, and depressed. Prolonged exposure to toxicity can lead to a range of mental health issues, including anxiety disorders, depression, and even post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. The emotional scars left by these relationships can linger long after the relationship has ended, impacting future relationships and overall well-being. It's essential to recognize that you are not to blame for your partner's toxic behavior. Toxic individuals often have deep-seated emotional issues that drive their actions. However, it's your responsibility to protect your own mental and emotional well-being by setting boundaries and seeking support. Handling a toxic relationship requires courage, self-awareness, and a commitment to prioritizing your well-being. The first step is acknowledging that the relationship is unhealthy and that you deserve better. Denial is a powerful force, but breaking free requires facing the truth head-on. Once you've acknowledged the toxicity, it's crucial to set boundaries. Toxic individuals often thrive on pushing boundaries and testing limits. Clearly define what behavior is unacceptable and be prepared to enforce those boundaries. This might involve limiting contact, refusing to engage in arguments, or even walking away from the relationship entirely. Remember, you are not obligated to stay in any relationship that compromises your well-being. Breaking free from a toxic relationship can be painful, but it's a necessary step toward reclaiming your life and finding happiness. Section 5. Setting boundaries, your shield against toxicity. Setting boundaries is essential for protecting your emotional well-being in any relationship, but it's especially crucial in toxic relationships. Boundaries are the limits we set for what we will and will not tolerate from others. They are essential for maintaining our self-respect and protecting our emotional space. Start by identifying your non-negotiables. These are the behaviors that you absolutely will not accept from anyone, such as disrespect, abuse, or manipulation. Once you've identified your non-negotiables, communicate them clearly and directly to the toxic individual. Enforcing boundaries can be challenging, especially if the toxic individual is used to getting their way. But it's essential to stand firm in your convictions. Remember, you are not obligated to tolerate behavior that makes you feel uncomfortable or unsafe. Section 6. Communication is key, speaking up and walking away. Communication is vital in any relationship, but it's especially important in toxic relationships. However, communicating with a toxic individual can be incredibly challenging. They may become defensive, dismissive, or even more manipulative in response to your concerns. If you choose to address the issues in the relationship, do so calmly and assertively. Avoid blaming or accusing language, as this will only escalate the situation. Instead, focus on expressing how their behavior makes you feel and what you need from them to move forward. However, it's crucial to recognize that not all toxic individuals are willing to change. If your attempts at communication are met with resistance, hostility, or further manipulation, it might be time to walk away from the relationship. Section 7. Seeking support. You don't have to do this alone. Navigating a toxic relationship can be incredibly isolating and emotionally draining. The feelings of loneliness and despair can sometimes feel overwhelming, making it hard to see a way out. It's crucial to remember that you don't have to go through this alone. There are people who care about you and want to help you through this difficult time. Seeking support from trusted friends, family members, or a therapist can provide invaluable guidance, validation, and strength during this challenging time. These individuals can offer different perspectives and help you see things more clearly. Talking to someone you trust about what you're going through can help you gain a fresh perspective on the situation. It can also lighten the emotional burden you're carrying. They can offer emotional support, practical advice, and a listening ear when you need it most. Sometimes, just knowing that someone is there for you can make a world of difference. A therapist can provide a safe and confidential space to explore your feelings and develop coping mechanisms for dealing with the emotional fallout of the toxic relationship. They are trained to help you navigate these complex emotions. Remember, seeking help is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. It shows that you are taking steps to take care of yourself and your well-being. It takes courage to acknowledge that you need support and to reach out for help. Embracing this courage can be the first step towards healing and finding a path forward. Healing the wounds. Recovering from toxic relationships. Recovering from a toxic relationship takes time, self-compassion, and a commitment to self-care. The emotional wounds inflicted by toxicity can run deep, impacting your self-esteem, your ability to trust, and your overall sense of well-being. Focus on rebuilding your self-esteem. Toxic relationships often chip away at our sense of worth, leaving us feeling inadequate and insecure. Engage in activities that boost your self-esteem, such as pursuing hobbies, spending time with loved ones, or volunteering. Practice self-care. Make time for activities that bring you joy and help you relax. This might include reading, taking a warm bath, spending time in nature, or listening to music. Rebuilding trust. Learning to love again. After experiencing a toxic relationship, it's natural to feel hesitant about opening yourself up to love again. The fear of getting hurt or repeating past mistakes can be paralyzing. However, it's important to remember that not all relationships are the same. Take your time. Don't rush into a new relationship before you've had time to heal and process the experiences of the past. Focus on rebuilding your life and rediscovering your own happiness. When you do feel ready to date again, be open and honest about your past experiences. Look for partners who are respectful, supportive, and understanding. Your relationship inventory, a time for reflection. Take some time to reflect on your own relationships. Are there any patterns of toxicity that you've noticed in your life? Are there any relationships that consistently leave you feeling drained, unhappy, or unfulfilled? It's important to be honest with yourself about the state of your relationships. If you're in a toxic relationship, acknowledge the signs and take steps to protect yourself. If you've experienced toxicity in the past, reflect on the lessons learned and how you can avoid repeating those patterns in the future. Remember, You deserve to be in healthy, fulfilling relationships that bring you joy and support your growth. Share your story. Your voice matters. Have you ever experienced a toxic relationship? Your story could help others recognize the signs and seek help. Share your experiences in the comments below, and let's start a conversation about healthy relationships. Your voice matters. By sharing your story, you could empower others to break free from toxicity and find happiness. Remember, you are not alone.